On Thursday, Birmingham's Rickwood Field hosts a Major League Baseball regular season game for the first time. Fox 54's tribute to the Negro Leagues continues with an exclusive conversation with Anthony Williams, the director of the Negro Southern League Museum in Birmingham. In part 3 of our series, he chats with Mo Carter about how integration created a gradual end of Negro League baseball.
The 1930s and the 1940s were definitely the height of the Negro Leagues, thanks to a guy named Jackie Robinson. Eventually, he breaks the color barrier in Major League Baseball, but that was an important turn for so many different portions of baseball, including the Negro Leagues.
Jackie Robinson was, of course, one of these special athletes who was just, he was prime for the time. And while his integration of baseball was a huge step forward for all the hard work that these players had put in over the years, it also signified a demise of the Negro Leagues, because at that time, all the players started setting their sights on getting out of the Negro League so they could get a piece of that big pie. And so that's what we kind of tell the story of here in our museum. We start with Jackie Robinson and just talk about who he was as a three-sport athlete, him signing with the Dodgers, the visionary Branch Rickey, and who just knew that it was the right time to make that leap into integration. And there was actually plans to sign more players, but they wanted to kind of do it at a pace that would be safe and be accepted. And so that's why Jackie Robinson's story was so important.
Now, of course, integration in general in the South, especially like a state like Alabama, it was a slow-moving process. And even with the Birmingham Black Barons, it took them a while to actually make it happen, too.
We talk about the integration of Birmingham black baseball, which actually took 17 years after the integration of baseball on the MLB level. We talk about some of the civil rights histories, the 16th Street bombing, of course, and all of these events that were pivotal around this time, and just the idea that even though baseball had been integrated on a national level, it was still illegal in Birmingham for black and white players to play together. Jackie Robinson brought his barnstorming team down to Rickwood Field, I think about 1953, only 5 years after the integration, and they weren't allowed to play. Jackie Robinson had 3 white players on his all-star team, and they weren't allowed to play unless those 3 white players sat out. And so I think it's really important that people realize that, this history did not come easily, and that the success that the MLB now enjoys of being able to have people of all colors and all races participate, it was hard fought. It was hard fought. And so we talk about that here in our museum. '64 was when the Barons finally were integrated. They had a new owner, and Charles Finley, and they actually changed to the Birmingham A's at that time, as you can see by the yellow and green uniforms that's still in Oakland today with the Oakland A's. We really try to tell this story because it's important that people really realize how long and how hard these players fought in order to make it to another level of baseball.